Alright, so hey, I'm actually sort of doing a good job remembering this. My low yesterday was, and this is really silly of me, I kept thinking July 11th was Friday when it's actually Saturday. I mean, I say this because I said that every Saturday I was going to be doing essentially my thoughts on Amphibia, but I can't really do that if it hasn't aired yet. So, yeah. I guess my low is realizing that I goofed on that. My high, you know what my high was yesterday? It was getting back to my, cool apartment after a long, hot day. Because yesterday was, really hot, And my act of kindness, what should I put as my act of kindness? You know, again, that's another thing. I think trouble sometimes may not even do an act of kindness at all. Jeez. I guess my act of kindness yesterday was, random times throughout the day I would hold the door for people. I mean, I grew up in a household where if you didn't hold the door for people, you get yelled at. So maybe it's, kind of a force to have it, but, at least it's, it's still the right thing to do. And, there's definitely, nothing wrong with that in any way. So, yeah, that was my high, my low, my high, my act of kindness. With that said, good morning and happy. Actually, you know what? I take that back. My act of kindness was actually something that I posted last night because, I actually want to give this a lot of thought. And I ended up writing this. I don't know how different things would be if COVID-19 wasn't a thing. And we still have, the rest of this latter half of, 2020 to go. But I do feel very comfortable in saying the following. The openings of the Sauce Boss and Peace Macarons are the best things that have happened in 2020 so far. So, yeah. I think that was my act of kindness. So, basically complimenting both of those two establishments. That works. Good morning and happy Thursday, everybody. Well, as per usual, we have a new episode of Hot Ones today featuring Eric Andre, who is a return guest. I mean, I should try and see if I can find the time to watch his old episode before we get to the new one. Because, I mean, like Tom Segura and especially like Bert Kreischer, Eric Andre's episode was pretty early on in the series production. Like, it's been a pretty substantial gap between them both. So it should be fairly interesting to see, like, what sort of questions that, Sean Evans is going to ask him now as opposed to what he asked then. I mean, there's going to be a few obvious questions he's going to ask, like, how have you been holding up during the whole pandemic? How has the medium of comedy changed during this difficult time? Because, like many comedians, you can't do stand-up, you can't go on stage and entertain people, and, even some shows have had to halt production because, you can't really get together and get it finished. So, it'll be very interesting to see what ends up being asked today. I mean, it should still be thoroughly entertaining. And if nothing else, we should be getting, mean, it'll be soon when they'll be in a full studio again. Because Sean Evans has outright said this himself. He wants to be back in the studio. He wants to be together with all of his friends and coworkers. That's like priority one. That'd be priority one on anyone's agenda at this time. But, rules are rules. Gotta keep safe, and hopefully this format won't... Or, maybe they'll... Actually, I haven't really seen any sort of indication as to if the format of today's episode is going to be like it used to be, or what it is right now. It's essentially like a Zoom chat, only it's between two people. Or maybe FaceTime or something? I don't know. But, yeah. I don't really know what the format's going to be today. And I haven't... Actually, would they announce it? They would... I get the feeling that maybe they would kind of announce if they were ever going to have episodes of Hot Ones back in the studio again. I think they would announce something like that, wouldn't they? Or they could leave it as a surprise, which, entertainment purposes, that works too. Again, it's up in the air at this it's up in the air at this point. I'm certainly not going to argue one way or the other, and it'll definitely be interesting to see what this show is going to do going forward. So I'm quite interested to see what happens. It'll be fun. It'll be entertaining, and yeah. So I'm looking forward to that later this morning / early afternoon, because, again, I live on the East Coast, so 11 o'clock Eastern time is 11 o'clock for me. And I like that. Although, that does remind me, as this week has been progressing, more and more of my family have been returning home, safe and sound, of course. Yesterday, my family from... The rest of my family, that's also from Massachusetts, specifically from Wellesley, have made it back home safely. So that's nice. And it was my uncle who left a message. I can't really read it right now because, it involves using my phone, and I don't want to risk turning off the camera. So I'll just paraphrase what he wrote. Obviously, first and foremost, he made it home safely. I want to thank my 3 sisters, aka my mom and my 2 aunts, for getting everything set up in a nice, organized fashion. Although going to Dad's, or in my case, my grandfather's place, is no longer an option, we really should be getting together, at some point again soon, hopefully soon. Let's make it happen. Which, it did get me kind of thinking about, potential things that my family could do. And we sort of talked about it a tiny bit, like when we were together this weekend. But it never hurts to think about, potential options. In fact, one such option that I've actually mentioned on doing these videos before. In fact, this is actually an option that, I had for, because remember, one of my ultimate goals in life is to have like a giant party of like all my brothers from Trinity Poly and all the good people from Horseheads, which seems lofty, but, in this day and age, anything can happen, right? Anyway, one such place, why not Harris Hill? Harris Hill's a great place. I've even, seriously, my first 4th of July video was at the top of Harris Hill, way back in 2018, which I was a baby then. But joking aside, actually, I think it was day 185 is what it was. Yeah, well, it was day 185. Wow, man, have I come far. Anyway, so yeah, Harris Hill, wonderful view. And I didn't really get an opportunity to show this, but seriously, there's like a little like amusement park, sort of fun park area. I mean, yeah, you have a playground, of course, But also, there's like a driving range, for any golfers out there, batting cages, go-karts. There's sort of like a, kiddie sort of carnival for those who want to ride rides, if that's your thing. Although there is a merry-go-round. You can always ride a merry-go-round. Merry-go-round's okay. Oh, there's mini golf. Oh, dude. Putt-putt golf on top of Harris Hill. One of the best things ever. Seriously. Seriously, hole 3 is a giant loop-de-loop. Yeah. I haven't been there in years, but I remember that hole. That hole especially sticks out because, come on, it's a loop-de-loop. You gotta you basically have to whack that. You hit the ball. Can I really not say that without sounding dirty? Wow, I really don't think I can see. You gotta hit the ball into that hole as hard as you can to get out through the loop without sounding dirty. Wow. If you didn't want to hear such foul language, I'm sorry. Wasn't trying to do that. Was not trying to do that at all. Yeah. But, again, putt-putt golf on Harris Hill, that's a lot of fun. That's actually, seriously, if I had that giant party at Harris Hill, that would definitely be a go-to. Although, seriously, the party would be so huge, there'd be so many guests playing mini golf, a lot of people would have to play, the back, actually, it'd be the back 8, because if you play the full back 9, you lose your ball at hole 18. Yeah, see, I never really did say this before, but Harris Hill is one of those putt-putt golf courses where after hole 18, the hole is designed to have your ball go down a chute of some kind. So you basically give up your ball at the end. That's how it works. But yeah, you can always play the back 8 and sort of work your way to, holes 1 through 9 before going back to hole 18. That would be very confusing, I think. But that's an option. Anyway, I didn't even mention the ground. Seriously, now that I think about it, the topmost point of Harris Hill, the very topmost point, is Harris Hill actually has a pool. A very nice pool, actually. A pool with a high dive. There's 2 diving boards, a low dive and a high dive. Naturally, the high dive is the quote-unquote highest point of Harris Hill. I think. Someone's going to need to, maybe the top of some trees, maybe. But the highest point of Harris Hill that a person could probably physically stand on, yeah, I think that might actually be Harris Hill's high dive. That's one option. Other options that I could say my family, at the very least, getting together for was, show off my family and my father's side's place over at, Antigua Lake. That'd be a nice option too. You have some rooms there. And for those who wouldn't have rooms, they have plenty of hotels nearby. That works. What else? Visiting out in Colorado or Massachusetts. Again, where, my family is from. Sort of. Some families from Colorado, others are from Massachusetts. But, those options are available. So, getting together is definitely an option, for sure. And, we're family. We all love each other. Of course we want to be together. That goes without saying. But, it's, again, we're all scared so far apart that, making happen is hard. That's why, again, I mentioned that the ultimate party I ever want to throw, involving my brothers and Trinity Polly and, the good people from Horseheads, sounds like a great idea, but everybody's all over the place. My brothers from Trinity Polly are already scattered to the 4 ends of the earth, sort of. You have plenty of people ranging from, Chicago, California, all sorts of other places. And, the good people of Horseheads, while quite a few people are at the very least in upstate New York. Some range from being all the way down in Florida, Vermont, or is it New Hampshire? I forget where. See, I actually have a friend who turned 30 today, and I forget where she and her husband, are they in New Hampshire or are they in Vermont? No, it's Vermont. I think it's New Hampshire, I think. Hold on. Actually, no, I don't want a Facebook stock. I don't want to do that. But take my word for it. It's somewhere further in the Northeast. Okay, that's where they are. But yeah, again, it's doable, just very difficult. Maybe someday though. And yeah, I'm just really, again, sometimes it sort of hits me that, my grandfather's gone. And, I accepted that, life has to, carry on, of course. But man, it's still hard. It is. I know he kind of sort of said he was disappointed in me a little bit before he died. And believe me, that actually boils my blood a little bit, and that does get to me. But I can't ignore all the other good things he did either. It's hard. But through time, it can heal wounds, and, just gotta take one day at a time. At the very least, he would probably want me to do that. Anyway, I should probably get my day started. Like, favorite, check out the subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn on notifications on YouTube. I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. I'll always be back. Take care and make good choices. Have a nice day, everybody.